Alright, let's open up some Deluxe Masters of the Universe action figures, Origins, coming up after this. Okay, I mentioned this quite a bit in my videos. I never had any interest in gimmicky variants of He-Man and Skeletor and Hordak growing up. I was happy to have like the signature figure, but you know, as you get older, I did get the ones that were the commemorative ones. I did pick up every single figure that was available. And I guess, you know, now that I have more money than I did when I was a kid, it's easy for me to pick up. I know that most people, most of the kids that were collecting, they came in later and they didn't make He-Man and Skeletor anymore. So this was like the versions that they remember more fondly because they were the toys that they had. I think especially Battle Armor He-Man and Battle Armor Skeletor were the most common. It was right in that pocket of that generation where the kids caught on and knew about Masters of the Universe. They were the He-Man and Skeletor that they made for, after the cartoon came out. I'm a little older school from the beginning. What I like about Masters of the Universe are those original comics, those original 8 figures. That's what drew me in. Never did like the cartoon much, even though, I mean, these have nothing to do with the cartoon, obviously. I don't think that there was any battle damage. Okay, we're looking at He-Man. There are 2 versions of him. There's this shiny version, and then there's this matte version. One of them might be worth more. One of them might be like the first initial run, and then they, you know, I think it's probably the dull one. That would make the most sense. Anyway, I think I'm going to open them all today. So let's look at this comic. The artwork is awesome. I love the cross-cell artwork, and I love the figures. I can't figure out who Hordak came with. I thought they released deluxe ones, deluxe sets. That's what these are, with the more accessories and stuff in them, or gimmicks, depending on, you know, what the figure is. But there's only showing the 3 on the back. Maybe he was released as just third figure, a later figure to the Battle Armor ones, because that's what, I mean, they're not showing much on the cross-sell. His artwork is so cool, and I think it's cool that he's got things that you can put in him. I think that's the kind of gimmick and accessory that I like. And then I showed him. Did I show Skeletor's artwork? Oh no, because that looks awesome. And then the cross-sell is the same. It's from that wave. It's hard to keep track of what waves they are because they don't really put them in the waves, but I guess which they put, I don't know, all these other things are put separately, but I assume he's in this wave is how they should be included, but you never know when you're going to get a deluxe figure in what wave. And I had my scissors here. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to cut these out and just do this quickly. And, oh yeah, the comic, that's the thing. So he has a different comic than all of the other ones. So that's what makes it different, because the different waves of the same comics, but the deluxe ones have their own comics, but if they're in the same deluxe wave, then they have the same comic. I shouldn't be looking for rhyme or reason to this. I'm just grateful that we keep getting more and more, and I'm still waiting for Blast Attack to be announced. I'm excited for him, and King Randor, I'm excited to get that wave. Still not showing up in Canada, and even on the websites that I can order from the States, like Big Bad Toy Store has him for a lot more money than a regular character. I think people want him the most, and I am no exception to that. He is my most wanted figure. Then it is Blast Attack, which is so weird, but I never had him. So I really want to get him. All right, here we go. It appears that Hordak was in the wave with Skeletor. I thought it was Skeletor, and I guess it's I just see Skeletor, and yeah, that seems to be what's going on in here. Skeletor and whatever Buzzsaw Hordak. What's his name? Yeah, Buzzsaw Hordak, that's correct. So I guess that, and I kind of do remember them as being two of the Deluxe. The Canadian comic is kind of cool. I think I do prefer that there's no bubbles interrupting the beautiful pictures. However, because we get so many doubles, I think that it would be really cool to trade. Should I be trading? Should I be, or maybe, I mean, I also think about all of the people that throw out their comics. Oh, check out the propaganda. So is this double-sided? No. This was before the, you know, the body schematic. Now we just have how to use the power sword. Okay, that's good information on that. I wonder if, I think Hordak should have a picture of himself inside. Oh yeah, oh wait, what? What is going on? Oh, so maybe this is the difference. Oh, I should have kept it. The difference between the first release and the second release of this He-Man with the shiny and no shiny armor. I guess that's what happened there. Gonna have to see if there's any other changes. But now I don't know. Well, I'll find out when I look at the Skeletor one. Oh, this is the Hordak one. The Hordak one is double-sided, showing his action feature. And then the Skeletor one. No, I am confused. So maybe the gray one is the, oh, I still don't know because the shiny could have come out with the gray. Anyway, very confusing. Again, the comic books are not vocalized in the Canadian versions, the international versions. Yeah, I should trade with somebody and get ones with words so I can keep each in my binder. I'll show you my binder one day where I keep all this stuff in and have it all set up. I really, really like it, and flipping through the pages brings me a lot of happiness. Okay, so let's look at Hordak. When I opened him, he looked so good. I guess I love his colors in the gray, and came with two heads, one smiling face. You can get him in a different version too, which I've never seen in Canada, where there's something different about the eyes. Circle in the eyes are not painted red eyes or completely painted red eyes. I think something like that. I don't remember now. So his action feature is his chest opens. Reminds me so much of Rio Blast, which is a figure I had. And then they came with two Buzzsaws. And my explanation for this, or my guess at this, is that one was for Origin, or one was the original, and one was for Classics, a Classics version. I think that is my own, so you just pop that in there. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the feature. I think that's cool. Any body cavity, this is a action figure gimmick that I can get behind. I think I like the one that looks more like a buzzsaw. And then you can close it up. That's cool. Oh, it seems like all of these figures have this bent finger thing going on. I don't know what that's about. Not Skeletor, but He-Man also has the bent finger on both figures. We'll compare those two He-Men in a second. And then it comes with his crossbow. which these don't work as well as the original ones. I can't. You gotta really hold on to it to make it. Makes a good sound though, and it's beautiful bone white, bleached bone white. Cool. And then he's got a holding hand for his other hand, which maybe that's better than having a bent finger. But he's got nothing to hold. Hope I didn't lose anything. Pretty sure he doesn't have anything to hold in either of his holding hands. Which face do you like better? Do you like the smiley head? They've got to be different from the other heads. I should have the other ones here, but I think we're getting all new head sculpts in these. Oh, I think that that is one of the other difference for these ones. Okay, He-Man last. Skeletor. What I'm most excited about him for is this. Oh, Skeletor is this shield, because he didn't come with a shield, but it's really cool originally. But this one, so good with the face. Wait, did Skeletor? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they never made a shield for Skeletor. They just always gave him the same Havoc staff, which he comes with, which looks like identical to the original one. And then look at that face. Such a grumpy face. And then there's this face. Such a happy face. But it's a skull. I think they are supposed to look more. I think this was the first time that they put these out, and they were supposed to look more like the original ones because that is what the fans demanded. The colors are a little bit different than the original, and I like it. It's just this modern, bright baby blue, and he is just really cool. And then this kind of looks mummified. He looks like that one that they fed the, what are they called? The Four Horsemen sculpted it, but Super 7 put out and made him like a mummified for that special cartoon that they also made. The battle armor action is smaller this time. They can only fit, so if they want it to work properly. Uh-oh. Did I almost break him? Did the arms come off? Maybe that's why I need to look at the drawing. I'm pretty sure that the arms come off, but I guess I shouldn't try to make it come off. I better not pull that off. What did I do with that? What did I do with the propaganda? It's around here somewhere. There's the one. It says that it doesn't come off, actually. It's a good thing. Good thing they included that. Well, they included it with one figure. That could have been horrific. Okay, I didn't get it off. I didn't break it, but that's cool. His hands do come off because he does have the extra hand, the extra closed hand for holding two things, so he can hold his staff and his sword. Now, the swords, are we ready to move on? Show you the two heads? Yeah. What is funny about the swords, the design of the swords, is see how they put that curve in the part that holds his hand on? I don't think that existed. I'm pretty sure that was straight. I mentioned this in other videos before, but when you have it in the figure's hand for so long that it warps it, and I think that they made the new design with the warped out side of the handle. So I think that's what happened there. Or they just did it to make it fit into the hand better, and if it's going to warp anyway, then they might as well do it. So the two swords fit together just like the original, and these ones aren't bent because they were placed well in the packaging. I think the first two that we got don't go together this well. They were separating, but these two fit together nicely, and that is a great homage to the original Masters of the Universe, because that's what it was all about. These two swords getting put together, and then you can put this battle blast on it, which is also a really cool addition and nothing like we've ever seen before. Kind of an adult collector thing. And then I think this is the first time that they gave him the old classic face and Fauntleroy hair. Well, I guess the new version also, but they did make him, see, this is the new Origins head, and then they included a Classics head that you can mix and match and put on your other figure too, your original figure. I like the yellow fur on this one, makes him stand out. The colors are a bit different too, and it just modernizes them, and I like that. I like that about this line. Also, an additional closed hand, which is good to replace this really deformed hand in the package. I don't know if the packaging did that or what, but again, you have the same battle action, but it's really hard to control because it's so much tinier than the original, but it works the same way. You hit him in the springs into action, and then you roll it back to the beginning, and usually I don't like to actually hit it because the chances of scraping off the paint are greater. But there, I did it once for you, and check out those eyebrows and eyelid lines are so weird on this figure, and he looks really strange. So I think that the shiny one was the original release, because see how weird they did that. And then this version, they fixed him. He looks a little bit better. They connected the eyelid with the pupil, so it's a bit better on this matte version. So you can see that one is matte, one is shiny, and I guess I had to keep that. Oh yeah, and also the boot straps are painted on this matte one, so more detail on this one. So I guess this is the later one. I don't know. I think the face is just a mistake kind of things, depending on who painted the face. But the boots have more paint on them. I don't know which one came first, which one came second. If you know, let me know down below. Also, let me know if they're worth a lot of money. This is something that I notice on these figures, is those holes that connect to the joints are very, very noticeable. On these ones, not noticeable at all, and I guess that has to do with the fact that these can be removed, which this is a body cavity feature, so why can't the arms be removed on this body cavity feature? Should I try? I probably shouldn't do that. Alright, and let's also see if there's any more differences with He-Man's blast. The color, I don't think the color's any different. I think this is pretty much the same blast, I guess. And then the sword, is that different plastic? I think both of the swords are equally as shiny. And then he also comes with an axe, which I haven't shown you yet. And I think they're pretty much the same too. Though there's some weird pearlization coming in here. I like when they have the pearlization in there of the different plastic melting together. There was there's just a piece of dusty plastic. We're good. It's a nice looking sword. The swords don't feel as rubbery as the original ones do. The Havoc Staff does, though. It's a pretty good, but the Power Sword and this axe, they are very more brittle plastic. They feel like they could snap if you broke them in two. The other head, I would say, are pretty much exactly the same. So your classic He-Man head, which is Big Jeff. If you know Big Jim, Big Jeff is totally where He-Man's head came from. Look it up. It's cool. It's uncanny, especially in the artwork. Alright, so there are some deluxe figures. I'm having fun with these. Do I want to mix and match them or anything? I don't know. Oh, here's something that I did not mention, or I guess showed you the back. They both come with a place to put their sword, which is so good. Skeletor. We love that. We love a place where they can hold their sword and also hold all of their weapons. I love this shield. I'm so happy to get like new things. He has to wear it on this hand apparently. Shields don't go in very well on this line, I notice. They don't have the clamp down well. But look at Skeletor with this cool skeleton shield. Love him. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Did you collect variant figures? Did you have to have all of the Skeletors when you were a kid? Do you have to have all of the different Batmans that come out? There's no way you can collect all of the different Batmans. That's impossible. I don't know how or why they do that or who that appeals to, but for me it was never an interest. If they make it different enough, I remember in 2000X they made a He-Man that was, I don't know, ice armor He-Man. He was so awesome looking that, oh, maybe they'll make him in Origins. That would be even better. I don't even like the style of the 2000X figures, but that ice armor He-Man was just really cool looking. And yeah, so sometimes variants can be okay, but I don't know, I just never, the battle armor especially, never appealed to me. We'll look at some more. I still have more variants coming up one day soon. Hordak's armband is removable. That's cool. Do they have it on upside down? I guess not. That reminds me a lot of the WWE figures had armbands like that. That's new. I have to take a look at my other regular release Hordak and see if his armband comes off just like that. I don't think I showed. He's got very loose ankle joints. Should have showed better. There's also metal rivets holding on this cape. Yeah, I didn't show you Hordak very well at all. I guess he was standing up here. Very unusual hingy cape thing going on here. I could have swapped out the heads. I think the smiling face is silly. I want him to look not happy. This is weird, but... So I guess I like this head better, but I like that this one is so unusual and weird. And then this head I do not like at all. I mean, I like the head sculpt. I love it on the He-Man, and I think that we should have accepted it as the new He-Man head. But out of these two, with the face paint, this one's way cooler. And, I mean, I do appreciate the vintage because of Big Jeff and Big Jim and the 70s throwbacks. Look at the painted teeth and inside of the mouth on this one. This is the better version, the better painted eyes. But that's really cool. And on this one, oh man, those eyes are bad. But they did the same thing. The teeth are painted more subtly. Normally I wouldn't like those ultra details, but it looks, I don't know, it looks really cool. Those eyes are unacceptable though.